Kate Ryder's typical breakfast used to be an energy drink and a chocolate bar. She would snack on junk food all day and eat 2 dinners a night, one from McDonald's and another home-cooked meal. It was these habits which the 25-year-old from Long Jetty said started when she met her now fiancé Nick Jones, led the young woman to end up as a size 20, weighing 120 kilograms. She said that her size didn't bother her at first, until the weight started to impact her health. She worked long shifts standing all day as a sales assistant, and her feet were so swollen from her excess weight that she'd be left in crippling pain and couldn't even drive home. The harsh reality about her weight was so confronting, Kate started cutting her calories and began a grueling exercise regime. Now the stunner has a drop 5 dress sizes and is a qualified PE teacher who uses intense CrossFit workouts to tone her body without having to go under the knife. Kate said, "When I first met Nick, I was about 80 kilograms and on the chubby side. He loved me the way I was and I quickly became comfortable around him. We'd eat takeaways most nights and before I knew it, my weight had shot up. By 21, I was 120 kilograms and wearing a size 20. I was so overweight it hurt to stand up at work, and that's when I realized I had a problem." Before the reality of her weight had sunk in for Kate, she'd always felt confident in her own skin. Kate said, "At school I was on the chunky side, but I was never teased or bullied. I played sports and was active, and had heaps of friends. But I loved food and had no idea about what was good or bad for my body. My mom would cook amazing family dinners. We'd eat fresh pasta and schnitzels all smothered in cheese and oil. I'd happily wolf it down, oblivious to the calorie content in such meals. Then Nick came along, and he was a fan of food too. Like me, he never questioned what he was eating. We just ate what we enjoyed. We'd treat ourselves to takeaway meals most nights, and would snack on lollies and chocolate while we were curled up in front of the TV. But while Nick's body was never affected by what we ate, I ballooned. Kate's weight went up by 10 kilograms every year for the first 4 years they were together, a gradual gain that at first she didn't recognize. She said, "When I did finally notice the extra weight was piling on, I didn't worry about it. I just started going out and was drinking alcohol more regularly, having so much fun. My weight was the last thing on my mind. It was only when I couldn't fit my clothes anymore and had to keep buying the next size up that I started to worry about the way I looked. My belly was my worst area as it was covered in ugly stretch marks from my rapid weight gain. I was horrified." But it was standing on her feet all day, at work with her 120-kilogram frame weighing down on her, that made Kate decide to make a change. Kate said, "Most days I'd have a calorie-laden energy drink and a chocolate bar for brekkie, and then I would snack on lollies and chips all day. After work, I'd grab a Macca's on the way home, then would settle in for a big home-cooked meal when I got in. Eventually my feet were swelling so much under the pressure of my weight that I was in so much pain, I couldn't even drive home. I knew enough was enough." With no idea of where to even start, Kate decided to cut back on how much she ate to begin with. "All I did was reduce my portion sizes, and within a week I'd lost around 8 kilograms. I couldn't believe it. After that, I downloaded a calorie counting app and started tracking what I ate. Within a month, I'd fallen below 100 kilograms. Realizing how much I'd been neglecting my body, I became hooked, and soon I started taking on grueling exercise regime as well. I wanted to lose weight naturally, and I was determined to get a body that reflected the hard work I was putting in." After switching her fatty diet for fresh veggies and lean meat and introducing high-intensity CrossFit workouts to her daily routine, the 170 centimeters tall beauty began to notice a real change in her physique. She said, "After 9 months I'd shrunk down to a size 10, and weighed about 65 kilograms. It was the least I'd ever weighed in my life and I felt fantastic. Best of all, my body was toned from all the exercise I'd been doing. Nick was so proud and super supportive. He made heaps of effort to choose healthier meals for us, even though he didn't need to watch what he ate. He was so lucky like that. Now the 25-year-old is a fitness fanatic, training for around 2 hours a day, and has recently qualified as a PE teacher. Her Instagram account has a huge following of 43,000 followers, who turn to Kate for inspiration and weight loss advice. People see my before and after photos, and they automatically assume I've had surgery, but I haven't. I'm lucky, because I'm young and my body has bounced back, but I've put in a lot of hours in the gym. My weight has actually gone up to 75 kilograms, but it's all the muscle I've gained. I still have my stretch marks, but I am not ashamed of them. I wear them with pride as they show just how far I've come. I want to help inspire other women to change their ways, and believe me, if I can do it, anyone can.